So coming off the back of this emphatic win on the weekend for Jaron Ennis over Elmantis Stanlionis, Eddie Hearn is really trying to go for a unification fight once again with any one of the other champions, either Mario Barrios or in question right now who we're going to speak on, Bryan Norman. I've seen an article in Boxing Scene and it says Eddie Hearn expects Bryan Norman Jr. to step up to Jaron Ennis. Matchroom wants to match Jaron Ennis with Bryan Norman Jr. after Ennis came of age in victory over Elmantis Stanlionis. The 27-year-old added the WBA title to that he already had from the IBF by stopping the previously undefeated Stanlionis at the conclusion of 6 one-sided rounds. If Stanlionis represented the toughest opponent of his career, at Broadwalk Hall the exciting Ennis delivered his finest performance. Ennis has long been regarded as capable of proving among the greatest fighters of the coming era, and Saturday's victory was perhaps the first time he truly demonstrated that. He performed like he entered his physical prime, and his promoter therefore wants to deliver to him a further unification fight, and ultimately the undisputed title before his expected move up in weight. Norman Jr., the WBO champion, is promoted by Top Rank, and after previously failing to match them, Eddie Hearn revealed that those plans will be revived. I spoke to Bob Arum during the week. He made it clear that they want to try and make that fight. He said, "There's probably close to 10 times the biggest payday of Bryan Norman's career to fight Ennis. If you don't want to get in the ring, you may as well retire, because that's what it's all about. That kind of payday to fight the best in the sport and prove yourself as a pound-for-pound great. Philadelphia's Wells Fargo, back end of the summer or September, let's make it happen." Jaron already showed us that he's about legacy and beating champions. The greatest achievement of any fighter is to become undisputed. I don't know the ins and outs of how Boots felt at the weight, but at the weigh-in he looked extremely comfortable. Part of the chat after Karen Chakatsian was, is it time to move up? I would have felt like we hadn't done our job if we moved up without unifying the division. I hope that the other champions have ambition. The other guys have to show some ambition. It's just money, 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 money. What about trying to be number one in the division? With all due respect to Bryan Norman, he's just boxed for about 150k on the undercard of Michaela Mayer versus Sandy Ryan. If we go back to Wells Fargo now to unify again, he will fill the whole place, 19,000. So there's money in the pot, but you've got to show ambition as well. Bryan Norman's a great fighter. Don't we want to make great fights for the sport? Watch what Ennis does over the next few years. He's going through all the divisions. We've also got Shakram Gayashov that's ordered to fight the winner. We've got to deal with that situation. We've got Bryan Norman, we've got Mario Barrios. We'll talk, but I want him to fight the other champions. Ennis Stanlionis took place in Atlantic City, following successive fights in Philadelphia. When Ennis agreed promotional terms with Matchroom, Hearn spoke of his intentions of building him as an attraction in his home city. Uzbekistan's Shakram Gayasov is Ennis's likeliest next opponent if Norman Jr. or Barrios can't be tempted, on the grounds that Gayasov was already the mandatory challenger to the WBA title and earlier on Saturday stopped Franco Ocampo of Argentina. Right now, I'm going to enjoy my win. Sit back, talk to the team, and it's said, when I fight top of the line guys, good guys, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a whole different me. When I'm in the ring, I'm in my happy place. When I've got a top guy and I'm fighting for something, that's a whole different story. Can't nobody mess with me. I was just picking it up when the fight was stopped. I knew he was going to go from the second round, from certain things he was doing. I'd been really wanting to pick it up, but my dad was like, not yet, take your time, chill, have fun, stick to the game plan, let it come. Everything's falling in line, it's perfect timing. Y'all don't know, I took a pay cut for this fight too. I accepted less money for this fight. This fight happened because of me. I took less money. I gave Stanlionis more money to fight me. That shows who really wanted to fight. I'd beat anybody in the world. I'm the best fighter in the world. I keep saying, these fighters can't mess with me. The article ends off with them talking about how Stanley Ennis was pulled out of the fight at the right time and all of this type of stuff. And what I was focusing on is the fact that we're trying to make this fight with Bryan Norman Jr. As he said, he fought on the undercard of Michaela Mayer versus Sandy Ryan. And my man said you got 150k. And they were offering you 1.7 mil. And you turned that down to get 150k. Brethren, you better take this fight, man. Make your money and stop trying to get more money. And you know what it is? I get it. You're selling your title. You understand that you're not going to win this fight and you want the most money that you can get for the title. So you're actually just pawning off your title. I get it. You're not confident in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You don't think you're going to win. Fair enough. I don't care about all of that. You know what I mean? Have the fight. Lose the belt. Go and fight other people. I don't really care. But I do want you to have the fight. So let's make this fight happen. And if not, let's get Mario Barrios then. If we can't get Bryan Norman Jr., let's go and get Mario Barrios. And leave him till last, if anything. But this is the energy that we like to see. Push for this fight to happen. Bryan Norman versus Jaron Ennis. I'll see you guys in the next video.